Awesome. Okay, so we're here today with Jeremy Janzen with Something Cheesy. Can you tell us a little bit about what is Something Cheesy? How did this start, and what's your vision for it?
Well, summer last year, I've been not able to work because of dialysis and renal failure, and I've been trying to figure out what to do after I get a transplant. And talking to my wife about going into a kitchen and working in there, she's had some bad experiences in the kitchen, so it's like she doesn't want me to do that because there's no life, she thinks. And so one night I had a dream. It was a very vivid dream. It was I was at a festival. I was in a food truck. It had the name Something Cheesy on it. And I was serving mac and cheese and grilled cheese. And it just stuck with me. It just resonated with me. And it was just like, when I woke up the next morning, I was like, Danita, this is my dream I had. And it's like, what do you think? And something clicked. And she's like, that makes sense. And so then from then on, it was just, okay, so what's the next step? And how do we do this? And where do we go from here? So then came the research process of trying different cheeses and different recipes and different grilled cheeses and all that kind of stuff.
You literally had a vision for what this would become, and
yeah.
Wow, that's so amazing. And so tell us a little bit about how you've started already on this journey.
Well, a food truck can only run during the summer, right? There's a limited window, and so it's like, what do you do in the off season? And I've done some cooking in the past for other people and stuff like that, and I was like, well, what happens if we try some frozen foods? And so just with contact with the food inspector, and like, what are the policies, what are the rules in place to do this? And he's like, well, if you do it in a licensed kitchen, you freeze it, you can sell it from your house. So like, oh, that's cool, that's easy. And so then I started off with some of my soups. I have a tomato soup, a garden fresh tomato soup, taco soup, zuppa toscana, and a corn chowder. And then I did lasagnas, and then I've slowly expanded to have my mac and cheese. I figured, let's get this out there already. This is going to be in the food truck when I have it running. I want to do fresh pasta. I want to have a fresh pasta machine where it'll be fresh pasta instead of store-bought pasta with this, and then with the different toppings on top, and then different grilled cheeses from kind of like a jalapeno popper to Sunday brunch, which is like French toast brie, strawberries with a bourbon glaze on top.
This will be in a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
That's what you're. Okay. Wow. Well, hey, that's when I love food trucks. I love going to summer festivals, and I always want to try something I've never tried before. So I think that fits the bill for all those. So I guess tell us a little bit about your passion for cooking. Like, have these recipes been in your head for a number of years, and people have been enjoying them at picnics and family gatherings?
Some of them have. Some I've done research and then testing them and then tweaking them to the way I like them. Just finding popular recipes online and then taking it and making it my own.
Yeah.
Through I'm in my 7th year of dialysis, and through there, I cooked for my nurses all the time. I would test stuff out, bring them to them, let them try it out, get their feedback and stuff like that, and then through that process, they asked me. One of them was on the discernment committee at this church and asked if I wanted to be part of the kitchen ministry or lead the kitchen ministry at church. And so from there, I started doing that and learning how to cook for 300, 400 people at a time. And so from there, it's grown.
And what kind of feedback have you been getting from folks trying your food?
Everybody has come back. No, everybody who's tried it has really loved it. And I've done my grilled cheeses for a few people already, and it's been a huge success they're like, yeah. And then when I did it for my aunts went to a wedding in Saskatchewan, I did it for my family out there, or my wife's family. And they're like, I also got a text a couple weeks later. So I went to a food truck at a festival. They had some grilled cheeses. Yeah, they just don't compare. Yours is like light years beyond of what they have there. So
that's awesome. So tell us a little bit about, for you, cooking is more than just feeding people or feeding yourself, is it been part of finding hope and healing through this difficult journey that you've been on? Like, has it been a powerful?
It's been a coping mechanism, definitely, to help me deal with not being able to work. Going to dialysis 3 times a week. I'm hooked up by 12, and I'm off at 5. So I'm in a chair for 4.5 hours plus setup and tear down, and so yeah, it's 15 hours out of the week. Like, if you were to work a full-time job, to get 40 hours, and you'd have to work Sunday, Monday. Like, I go Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, so you'd have to work Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and a few of the mornings just to get your 40 hours in. So it's like there's not enough hours to offset to get a full-time job.
Yeah, and this is what a lot of people's experiences, I imagine, if they're doing these treatments.
Yeah, yeah. For a lot of people, they can't hold down a job.
And so has this dream for the food truck and now opening and selling some of your food locally here, what has that been for you? Has that been just a real exciting thing to look forward to, just a breath of fresh air?
Yeah, no, like it is fun. I love to cook, and to see people's expressions when they eat my food and when they say, yeah, this is really good. Yeah, it brings a lot of joy to me.